Okay.
Good afternoon. Welcome to a regular meeting of the Planning Commission for May 16th, 2012 at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. May I have roll call, please?
Planning Commissioners Astorian, Fee, Sheets,
Here.
Yesayan,
Here.
Chairperson Landrigan.
Here. How about
Commissioner Lee.
Lee?
Yeah, I called out his name.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. May I have a report regarding posting of the agenda?
The agenda for this meeting was posted on Wednesday, May 9th, 2012 on the bulletin board outside City Hall and on the city's website.
Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. And, Mr. Lee, would you like to lead us?
Yes. Show me the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So now we are on to item 4, which is approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion or any comments? These are the minutes for May 2nd, Wednesday, 2012.
I move that we accept the minutes from Wednesday, May 2nd.
Second.
Any objections? All in favor?
Aye.
The minutes are approved. We have no oral communications, and we will go straight to zoning appeals, of which we have none, and then we will go to Planning Commission items, old business, wireless telecommunication facility case number PWTF 2011-007, which is continued from April 18th, 2012, and it'll be presented by Mr. Baxter. Am I correct?
No.
Well, actually, the applicant has withdrawn that item, and you have a letter in the file. They've actually withdrawn their application, so we had to put it on the agenda since it was advertised, but we wanted to bring it to your attention that we no longer have an active case at that address.
So we don't
So
need
it
to
will
do
be taken off
anything?
calendar.
So will it, are they still reviewing different sites, or they pulled it out completely?
At this point, they've withdrawn their application, so they do not have a current application. So if they were going to refile something, then we would have a new case.
And that's like a new fee, it's like a whole new...
It would be a new case, yes.
Do we know what happened?
We just know they withdrew their application.
Yeah.
All right. We have new business. Item A, subdivision of land, tentative track number 71786. We're opening the public hearing for this, and we're going to ask Mr. Baxter to give us a staff report on this item.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, members of the commission, if you will look, I've given you a handout because we're going to ask to continue this case. The city clerk's office drove by the site on Monday following the Sunday when the sign was supposed to be posted, and you can see it's in that window on the upper right-hand side. We talked to the applicant, and they assured us Monday evening that they would have it up and send staff a photo on Tuesday morning at 9. I am the staff person. I happened to be going by the site on Tuesday morning, and it wasn't up. It was at that time, and I came back by from my site inspection on this other site, and it was not up. They then posted it, and if you look at the sign on page 2, I made it in color so you can look at it. You can see that fence is about 5.5 feet regular chain link to keep people out, and you can see how high the sign is. And on top of that, if you look at the project description print, it's a bit tiny. And so we weren't pleased with that either, since that sign wasn't placed up there until closer to noon or after on top of that, which was Tuesday of the Sunday. So we just, we talked to the applicant and said, listen, we have to do a better job of this next time. So we're making a proposal to continue the case until June the 6th, which would be the next hearing.
So is that why the applicant's not here?
That is correct.
Well, that explains that. I have a question. about this. What was the reasoning again about the projects being built and then we approved the subdivisions?
Yes, there was a building permit issued for an apartment building, and it went through as an apartment building, and it was during the construction, they came in and said, we want to do a condominium. Here we are.
No, I know that, but why do we do that again? I don't remember the reasoning behind that.
Because they're making requests to subdivide the individual units for sale to the public for private ownership. An apartment building would just be a single.
No, I understand that, but why do we allow them to go forward with the apartment construction first and then they come back afterwards? Is that
I don't think we
less
have a
costs
way.
up front?
I don't
Is
think
that-
we have any way to not.
They just-
It's
require
common
it.
practice.
Let's see, Mr. Foy, do you have
Yeah,
something to add to that?
State law requires that the Planning Commission review subdivisions. I think what you're hinting at would be more of an issue if we had different standards for condominiums and for apartments, but our standards are almost identical. So you can be assured that if you're approving a condominium, it's already been built to condominium standards. They're not getting away with anything really by building it to apartment standards first and then to condominiums because they're identical.
But I'm not hearing that same, what I'm hearing, and we've had this question before, why don't we do this before the place is built?
It's up to them. We can't force someone to file as a condominium map. They can do
Not a
it at any
requirement to
time.
have one before you build it?
No.
Yeah, you can convert that.
Many existing buildings that have been in existence for 20 years, will
Right.
convert to condominiums.
Yes. It's common practice.
Yeah.
Not only in
It
Glen.
depends on the market.
Any other questions for staff? Staff, any comments?
Yes, Commissioner Landry and members of the commission, I guess the question is whether this is being continued to a date
right.
certain?
Right.
Yes.
I don't think we should.
Yes,
discuss
I'm
this.
sorry, if I wasn't clear, we'd like to continue it to June the 6th without further public notice.
So I move to continue. to
Second.
For the notice.
May I have a roll call, please?
Planning Commissioners Lee,
Aye.
Shi,
Aye.
Yesayan,
Aye.
Chairperson Landrigan.
Aye. This project has been continued to, which date did we decide? June 6th.
June 6th.
And that was without any further notice, correct? All right, thank you. That is the active planning new business that we have. We now go to item 8, which is Community Development Department updates. And is that going to be you, Laura?
Yes.
Stockler?
We just wanted to bring to your attention that the Community Development Department did win a couple of awards from the Los Angeles American Planning Association. So one of the biggest awards that we won was the Distinguished Leadership Award, which was awarded to Stephanie Landrigan. And we also were given awards of merit for the North Glendale Community Plan, the Comprehensive Design Guidelines, the North Glendale Historic Context, and also the Maryland Off-Broadway Arts and Entertainment District. And most of those projects, I think all of them actually went before you at one time or another. So we wanted to bring that to your attention. If anyone's interested in attending the awards banquet, the LAAPA Awards are going to be held on June 28th, 2012 at the Kirk Douglas Theater from 5:30 to 10 p.m. And people can obtain tickets through the LAAPA website.
Is there a cost?
There is a cost. I believe it's $30.
I've looked.
And that concludes our presentation for today.
Well, any comments from commissioners?
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Well, I would like to say thank you very much for putting my name forward. I'm greatly honored, and I will gleefully attend to. I haven't ever been to the Kirk Douglas Theater, and I hear it's quite nice. So thank you very, very much. I'm really humbled by your great confidence in me and to work with you all. Thank you. And we did great on these others. I mean, let's talk about, all of our wonderful work that this planning staff has done. I really want to congratulate the staff who really have done a fabulous job working very hard, and I just want you to know that it's great to share with the planning department all these honors. You all have done a great job. Bravo. Any other comments?
I do have some
Commissioner Yasayan?
some events coming up. Tomorrow is Bike to Work Day, and Walk Bike Glendale will be co-hosting 7 pit stops throughout the city for people biking to work. And the pit stops, you can stop at the pit stop to get refreshments and drinks and goodies before you go to work. So it's a way to just make your commute a little bit enjoyable. And we have a really cool map of it with all the viewers watching right now. And it's also available on our website, walkbikeglendale.org, so you can see where it's at. Yeah.
Very nice.
And then,
Krispy Kreme donuts.
and it'll be between most of these pit stops will be between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And we'll have a happy hour that's not city sponsored at night after work from 5 to 8 p.m. at Tavern on Brand. So you guys should come.
And
If you're-
designated tandems.
Sure.
Would be
Absolutely. Just
great.
drink wisely. And then on Saturday, we have in partnership, Walk Bike Glendale, in partnership with the PTA Council, we have a bicycle skills safety rodeo. This is for kids between kindergarten to 6th grade. And we're going to go through basic skills teaching for how to ride a bike. And that's going to be this Saturday, so if you have kids, bring them out, or if you know of any parents with kids, everybody's welcome. It's going to be at R.D. White Elementary School, and it's going to be between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's also the Spring Festival, so it's going to be a really fun event. They do this every year, Spring Festival, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be at their playground, and there's going to be 3 different times, 10 a.m., 12 p.m., and 2 p.m. that we have our classes going on. So that's that flyer.
That's very cool. Well, thank you, Commissioner Yasayan. Any other events that we want to talk about? Commissioner Sheets.
I spoke last time about our trail run at the Verdugo Mountains 10K, which took place on May 6th. Commissioner Yasayan was there. He had a booth, and a number of other people participated. It's a great event. I'd like to
It's fun.
congratulate the whole staff, the Parks and Rec, with the leadership of Mark Sturdivant and a number of other people. Just go out of their way to make this event work. The logistics are amazing that have to be done for an event of this size. And I think our last check was we were hoping to have at least between 400 and 600 participants. We don't know what the final was because of people that signed up at the last moment. But a great event. The venue in Brand Park, the awards ceremony takes place near the tea house with all the trees and the lawn. Chairs were set up. There were giveaways. There were refreshments. Just a wonderful event. And each year it gets better. This is our second year, and hopefully things work out well enough that we can continue to have this in the future. Memorial Hospital became our primary sponsor this year, so we hope to continue to do that. And we had a great event. I think it's something the city should be proud of.
It really was a great event.
We had a great
What a
feeling.
nice setting, too, and a great day, too.
It's one of those events that people don't just come and want to leave. They come and stay.
Yeah, a lot of people were just hanging out.
And it really worked out well. So good representation of the city. And I will make one other comment as kind of a personal public announcement. We all in this city get complacent at times about what we have and what's going on, and the economy is, as we all know, is really tough, and it's causing a lot of people to do things that aren't pleasant. And what I want to put a pitch in for is, if you have a neighborhood watch in your neighborhood, don't just assume it's going to help you. Get involved. I'm going to do that. We happen to have a robbery in our neighborhood, and it happened to be my house.
Oh,
And so people found that we weren't home and broke into our house and did the kind of things that people do when they burglarize your house. But, that being said, that it's a bad event and it's not a good feeling. But what I was left with was the police department did the best they could after the fact. But it made me want to participate more, get involved in the neighborhood watch. And my main point is you have to be proactive. It's not going to take care of you. You have to take care of it. We have elderly neighbors. They couldn't do anything. People at work. But what you need to do is go out and talk to your neighbors, find out what they're doing, find out how to contact them, and find out who's available to watch over things in your neighborhood. And I'll just put in a pitch for the police department. They do have a group of volunteers that will, you can sign up at no charge. They will come out and drive by and monitor your house. They're not going to take care of your pets or anything, but they are there, and there are services. And I guess what I'm saying is after the fact, I'm saying that we all need to do more of this. And the more that we get involved and the more proactive we are in this process, I think the safer our neighborhoods will be. And it wasn't just my house. There were 4 burglaries in the city of Glendale that same day. And it's something that's happening on a regular basis now. So I think we all need to step up and do our best to make sure that we can deter some of that.
I'm very sorry that happened to you.
Thank you.
Well, any more business from the commissioners? Well, seeing that we have completed our agenda, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Move that we adjourn.
Second? We are adjourned.
Thank you all.
What a
Good night.
great meeting.